With the Switch 2 around the corner, Nintendo are adding plenty of new features to Nintendo Switch Online, such as video calling, GameCube games. But what else could Nintendo add to improve this paid service? Well, I have 10 suggestions, and if you have any, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. At number 1, instant messaging. The lack of various forms of communication on the Nintendo Switch right now is absolutely bonkers, baffling, crazy. Especially when compared to its competitors. Sending someone you'll be online for the next session, complimenting someone on a great shot, sending someone a little dig when you beat them in a game, or even sending clips when you narrowly beat somebody in a race. It would make socializing on a Nintendo platform so much more engaging. At number 2, building on number 1, easier ways to share your screenshots and videos. Originally, we could share screenshots and videos via Twitter, but that support has since been pulled. So we were left with a 20-step method of selecting the screenshot, scanning the QR code on our phone, connecting to the Switch network, then scanning the other barcode to then download the photo on your phone, and then downloading the photo onto your phone, and then saving the photo into your camera roll, and then you can finally share it onto Facebook or Twitter or where have you. It's such a long, time-consuming process. A new method is needed. And to be quite honest, I think the best method would be to incorporate the Nintendo app, where whenever you take a photo or a short video, you take out your phone and it's automatically there to be shared. Or at the very least within a minute or so. At number 3, creating lobbies. So currently, if I want to play some games of Mario Kart 64, I have to play with a CPU, or I have to call my buddies and see if they're free from their parenting duties to jump online for a couple laps around Yoshi circuits. How fun would it be if I could just create a lobby and people can just see, oh, you know, they'll launch the N64 app and we'll say, oh, there's somebody wants to play a couple laps on Mario Kart 64. Let's jump in and have a bit of split screen action. I think it'd be fun, don't you? Make new friends, have a little chat, create new bonds. Half the friends I made online were just randoms I met on the voice chat on Call of Duty in 2008. We've lost that. We don't really have that on Nintendo systems, and it's bonkers. At number 4, Nintendo need to put all their virtual consoles into one app called the Virtual Console. I'm tired of having to... Sometimes I want to bounce between games drastically. You know, 1 minute I'm playing Metroid, next I'm playing Super Metroid, I'm playing all this Star Fox games one after another, and I'm having to launch a SNES and then close SNES and open N64. Why can't it all just be in one app? I mean, just play everything from that one spot and just seamlessly switch from one to the other. I don't feel like we need to be separate. I don't feel like we need to be separate files anymore. Do you? It would be like if Argos released a separate catalogue for each line of products they have. It would be bananas. And again, they don't really do catalogues anymore, so that reference is probably going to go over everybody's head. At number 5, something the Wii U had that I loved was the Miiverse. I really want a central hub just to meet up with friends, share ideas, launch games, maybe play a few games of pool, show my achievements and stuff. Okay, I know I'm describing PlayStation. I'm describing PlayStation Home, aren't I? Well, I want Nintendo Home. I want Nintendo to make a platform hub. You know, basically a modern day Habbo Hotel. Showing my age now, aren't I? Is Habbo Hotel even around anymore? I used to play RuneScape as well. That also ages me. Oh my goodness. At number 6, and I don't know why it's not a feature. It should be pretty much standard feature, especially considering the free promotion Nintendo will get in all their games. We need the ability to stream onto Twitch or YouTube. So many times, like, I just want to jump onto Mario Kart and just stream on YouTube for a bit and chat with people that are watching and have a bit of fun here and there, you know. Like, it's just fun to stream and just share your journey. We've got the capture button, yeah, but well, the chat button, or whatever the C button is actually called on the Nintendo Switch 2. Why can't we incorporate a stream? We're already streaming at 10 frames per second. Just up it to 30 and let me stream it directly to YouTube. That sounds great. At number 7, I don't know if this is necessarily Nintendo Switch Online or it's more of a hardware thing, but I'm going to say it anyway. Recording 30 seconds at a time is absolutely criminal. Absolutely criminal. We need to extend the length of time which we can record up to like 30 minutes or so. When I'm doing my video reviews and I'm trying to get footage and I'm having to count to 30 to make sure I get the correct amount and I'm capturing the correct things, it's absolutely infuriating. Sometimes I just want to capture the last 15 minutes and just watch it. Why are we capped at 30 seconds? Now, Nintendo haven't actually announced if it is still 30 seconds or not, but considering they haven't said it's not 30 seconds, I feel it's safe to assume that it still is. Hell, on the PS5, you can record hours at a time, so anyway. At number 8, we got the NES, we got the SNES, we got the GBA, we got the N64. Why can't we have a Nintendo DS? It's far less powerful than an N64 or even the GameCube. So, yeah, I mean, you could release a second screen peripheral, or, now bear with me, we just turn our screens sideways and we play like that. We've been doing it on our phones long enough, so I don't see why we shouldn't be able to do it on the Switch as well. Shh, I don't really pirate. I'm not a pirate. Yeah, just release the DS, for bleep's sake. Or maybe you're saving it for the Nintendo Switch free and you're going to release a version with a second screen. I don't know what you guys are up to, but I really want to play some Nintendo DS games. I want to play some Project Rub. At number 9, I really want Street Pass to come back. Street Pass was one of my favourite social experiments in video games of all time. There was no better feeling than taking out my 3DS and seeing that blinking green light, saying I'd pass someone with a 3DS. There's someone round here. I open it up and my adventure's gone forward a bit. I've got a new puzzle piece. It was bleeding fantastic. Collecting those puzzle pieces was the highlight of my day on all of my commutes to work. It was fantastic. I think by the end of it, Street Pass ended up being my most played game on the 3DS as well. Just please bring it back, or at least something like that. And then finally, at number 10, and I've saved the most controversial for the last, I really want achievements of a Nintendo Switch. I'm fed up of, when someone says, oh, you've got all the Koroks, prove it to me. And I have to take out a little screenshot I took on my phone saying I've got all the Koroks and I've got the big poo. No, I want an achievement. I want people to go onto my profile on Nintendo Switch, my friends list, and see that I spent 900 hours collecting all those Koroks. I want the whole world to know. And it's just a shame that I can't show off. That's what achievements are for showing off. And I want to show off. Anyway, those are the 10 big improvements I feel that could be applied to Nintendo Switch Online. We did have a bonus number 11 from James where he suggested, turning our 30-second clips into GIFs. But I don't really see how that being any different to releasing a video, really, which is why I didn't include it. But I thought I'd just give it a special mention at the end anyway, because he's a cool guy. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week. I'll catch you next Saturday. Bye!